just a proper design of tax systems, as Joy said.
Yeah.
My view is not... I actually think that the government of Kenya does not have a problem of taxation and revenues. Okay. It's a problem of spending. So, for instance, let's even talk about projects. And I think we've had, as Kenyans, we've had an earful about the SGR. But let's talk about the superhighway, right?
Yeah. The
28 kilometers superhighway from the airport all the way to Westlands. When that road was first designed, leave aside the logic, when that road was first designed, the initial design was supposed to be 16 billion. 14 point something, 14.6 billion or some figure, but definitely less than 20 billion. Today, it's not complete. And the amount that has been dedicated to it is 83 billion. So how in the course of 2.5 years does the cost of one piece of infrastructure move 5 times from 16 billion to 83? There's just something about the way construction is done. It's as if we did not learn from the SGR, which was required, but the cost of the SGR means that it's going to be a burden to the taxpayers for too long. So the problem is not revenues. Kenyans, and I know, of course, there are problems with evasion and all that, but I don't think it's as large as sometimes we are made to believe. Okay. I actually think that if you have spending as if there's money grows on trees, as this government has done and has been enabled by Parliament, then you'll always have this shortage of money to be able to do the more essential things. So, for instance, this year, 40,000, I think it's 40,000 university students will not be able to receive the subsidy that is due to them in order to be able to pay their fees and the loans that are required for the Higher Education Loans Board. So every important thing is underfunded except for huge infrastructure projects, and most of these huge infrastructure projects are overpriced. So that's the point. So it's not really about whether Kenyans pay taxes or how much.
Yeah.
We can cover holes, but I think that if you're spending money at this rate, so let me give an example. So for instance, this year, the government expects to spend 3.2 trillion, right? Which is about 10 billion per year. The amount of taxes that is going to 10 billion per day, but the amount of taxes that's being collected per day is 6 billion or thereabouts. What that means is that for this year, if you count the calendar year from January to February, all the money that will be collected for the taxes that Kenyans pay will be over by 15th of August. And then the rest of the time, the government will be paying money from debt.
Yeah.
That's it. You cannot live like that. I mean, whichever way it happens, you cannot live like that without getting into trouble. So I'd like Kenyans to believe, we can have a discussion about this, but my belief is not the absence of taxation or enough revenue. And the Revenue Service, the Kenya Revenue Authority, does quite a good job. But if Parliament allows the executive to spend on every new toy that they want to, we'll always be in this kind of trouble.
So we should cut spending, that's what you're saying?
Well, right now we cannot do it too aggressively. Obviously, wastage can be cut. But the first thing that we need actually is to cap spending and ask yourself, what is this money being spent on?
Okay. So, Dr.